Hey everyone, this is Ed, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your RoboRio. Now, just like installing software, this is something you will have to do at the start of every season, as well as periodically throughout the season if there are any updates released. I'll show you how to set up your 2.0, as well as your RoboRio 1.0, in case you still have this one laying around. Now, I'm making this video in 2025. In 2027, we get a new control system piece that will replace the RoboRio. Until then, this tutorial should work. I'll show you how to wire it and set it up. With that said, let's get started. So this right here is my RoboRio 2.0. The 2.0 uses an SD card. What we do is we pull that SD card out, flash it on the computer, plug it back in. After that, we connect right here with a printer cable and use the RoboRio imaging tool, and we use that to finish setting up the Rio. Now, these 2.0s have a problem where sometimes this spring fails over time. If yours has not failed, all you should have to do is push on that SD card, it'll pop right out. In my case, I actually have to take it apart to get that SD card out. I'll go ahead and show you that here, just in case this is happening to you. And that casing should pop right off. And this is the magical inside. So I'm just going to pry off this SD card here. There we go. And now that I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in my computer. So I have the SD card plugged into my computer, and to flash the SD card, we need to use an SD card flashing tool. My tool of choice is Balena Etcher. You can download it from their website. We'll go ahead and click download. Now I'm on a Windows machine, so I'll click the download for Windows. And once that downloads, I'll go ahead and open it. Next, we need to browse for the file we want to flash. The easiest way to find this file is to launch the RoboRio imaging tool. Click on Format Target, and click on this folder icon right here. I click on SD images, this .image.zip file, and this .image file is what we want. I'm looking for the 2025 version. I'll click in the address bar here. I'll copy that. I'll close this window. I'll click on Flash from File. I'll go ahead and paste that location. And that takes me to where that file is. I'll click on that. Click Open. It's going to uncompress that file. And now we need to select the target, and that's going to be the SD card we want to flash. I'll go ahead and click Select Target. And right here is my SD card. I'll select that. And go ahead and click Flash. A window might pop up asking if you want to run this. Go ahead and click Yes. And we'll go ahead and wait for this to finish right here. Now that that's finished, I can close the Etcher, unplug my SD card, and plug it back into the Rio. And again, I only ripped mine apart because the spring on the SD card reader is not actually working. If yours is working, you don't have to do this. Just plug it back in and you're good to go. I'll reassemble this case. Next, we're going to provide power right here and connect over USB on the port right there. I'll go ahead and give this power. And we're on. Now I'm going to connect over USB. One end into the RoboRio like that, the other end to your USB port on your computer. I'm here at the computer. I'm next going to launch the RoboRio imaging tool. You see my RoboRio shows up. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit Startup Settings. And I'm going to set my team number right here. I'm then going to click Apply. We'll go ahead and wait for this to finish. It'll take a few minutes. We'll go ahead and click OK. And you see right here we have the RoboRio with our team number. So the RoboRio 2.0 is all set. I'll now show you how to set up your RoboRio 1.0. Now the RoboRio 1.0 is very similar, except we don't have an SD card right here. All we have to do is connect over USB right there. provide it power right here, and we should be good to go. Just like before, I'm going to go ahead and open up the RoboRio imaging tool. And this time, I'm going to click Format Targets. I'll click Reformat. And I'll go ahead and wait for this to finish. Okay, we're all set, and at this point, the RoboRio is ready to deploy code to. Now, a few final thoughts on maintaining your RoboRio. You can see on here, I've got a lot of tape covering all these exposed ports. Often we put our RoboRio in the base of our robot with all our electronics, and then we end up drilling something above the robot, let's say during a competition or doing some modifications, and all those metal shavings can fall inside of these little headers right here. And what that can do is cause shorts and damage the RoboRio. So a little bit of tape right here can go a long way into preventing any issues. Now, while you're doing all this, I recommend you flash a second RoboRio or a second SD card as a backup. I often volunteer as a control system advisor at FRC competitions, and one of the troubleshooting steps I may ask you to take if you're having problems with the robot is to reflash your RoboRio. Now, this can take about 10 minutes depending on your computer, depending on how happy your RoboRio is that day. That can be tight if you're in a tight turnaround between matches, so having a backup ready to go can go a long way into resolving problems faster. With all that said, I hope you found this video useful. If there are other topics you want to see me cover in the future, please let me know. In the meantime, take care and happy robots.